It's Anna from Langland. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Please write down on the chat and we will start in a second. Is the sound good? Hello, ladies. I think we have only ladies in the room. So, yeah. Hello, ladies. Good morning. Hello, everyone. Thank you for choosing to join me and Langland platform for this Friday morning or midday. Before we start, yeah, if sound and the picture, the camera is okay, we'll start in a minute. My name is Anna Ćwiklińska, a bit tongue twister name. Good morning. I would like to show you today how with the Langland platform you can manage your school faster, better, and more effectively. Before we get to the point, and I will show you how to stay ahead of your competition, please write down on the chat from which country you are and the city, and what courses do you have in your language school? Do you teach mostly adults, kids, corporates? It will help me to adjust the presentation up to your needs. I will start to sharing a screen. And I'm waiting for your answers. Washington, D.C., U.S. What time is it in Washington right now? English language coach teaching mainly adults. 5 p.m. a.m. a.m. Wow! And you wake up for me this time? Whoa! We teach children from 5 or 14 years old, and adults 5 till 14, and adults. All right. Okay. So mostly kids. Yolanda, am I spelling this right? From Spain, courses for young learners, pre-intermediate, moving up to advanced. I'm focused on preparing students for Cambridge. All right. Okay. I'm also taking my daughter to figure skating practice. Okay, thank you very much, Valeria. I appreciate that. Also, adults from 15 years old. All right. Okay, so we have it all here. Our group, kids, young learners, and teenagers and adults. So, all right. So I will try to show you everything from different perspectives. Okay, I will share a screen now. Anyway, if during the presentation you have any questions, please write down on the chat. I will try to make a presentation and also look at the chat and follow your questions and your needs. So feel free to interrupt me at any time. Before we start, I would like to I will share a screen now. Hope it will work. Okay, you should see it. Is there any way I can see the screen? I will try to do it. Mm, I can't see it really. If I can see it in the other window. Okay, anyway, I'm going back to sharing. Mm, window. All right. So before we start, I would like to invite you to our blog longlion.com. It's our webpage. So here in the support tab, you'll find our blog. So here you will find a lot of inspirations and pieces of advice how to manage your school, conduct sales or marketing, right? So also I invite you to join our Facebook group for language school owners. I will write it down in the chat, and I encourage you to join us. Um, and discuss with schools from different countries the problems you might be facing. But also you'll find here a lot of different articles about sales, about marketing, about managing school. So we're running a blog from about 6, maybe 7 years. So there's a lot of inspiration you can find here. All right. So let's go with that. 1 hour is a little of time to show you um, all of Langlion, but I will try to show you the best things that I think you might have problems with. Mm, to do it, I'm logging on the demonstration version of Langlion. I have here some templates or sample data, and I will play around with that. Langlion is accessible via web browser as a web portal, Facebook or whatever. To log in, you only need login address, login and password, and the same for every user of the system. So students, parents, teachers, other admins. I will work on the demo and show you the best things, how we can together make managing school a bit easier for you. I will start from Secretariat, so the heart of a system. And as I mentioned before, I'm logging as an admin now, but I will show you also how teacher can fill in details about classes, how what the view of the student is, and how you can transfer students to just simply log in into Langlion and don't ask too much questions because everything is there. All right. To do it, I will start from the group section, and I will show you how to plan a course first before we go forward with the student panel, teacher panel, registration of students. I will show you how to deal of planning groups. Of course, you can plan lesson differently in different countries, different courses. But I think I will focus on the main common one. So the one where you know how many lessons you would like to have in the course, and when you want to start, and system will calculate for you when the course will end. So I'm here on the groups list in Office. I even create before our meeting today webinar group for us to play around with that one. I will edit this group I already have. When you're creating group, you can put any details like course, language, level, name of a group, what type of group it is. It could be a group classes, individual, or company classes. So if you have different ones, you can of course adjust it. Then depends on the pricing of the groups. You can put the price of the course if it's fixed price for attending the group, even if it's divided into installments. But also you can set hourly payment or hourly payment in advance. I will focus on the still most common, most popular one. So the fixed price for the course. If you would like to go deep with me and talk about your situation, different kind of groups, different kind of settlements with students, just let me know, and we can schedule a live demo dedicated to your school, and we will try to figure out, and I will show you how to manage your school and your situations in Langland. So I have to choose something, you know. Okay, so I will put the price of the course. I can even assign default payment scheme to the group. So in this situation, in this group, I would like to have price for the course is 1,000 euro. I have euro in the demo version. Divided into 10 installments, 100 each, month by month. Why not? Next step is also to assign agreement template. I will open it in a new tab to show you. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to the document section. According to that, you can create agreements for different students, so underage and adult students, for the company contract, or even contracts with your teachers. I will focus on adult contract, adult student agreement, and show you how system can help you deal with those ones. So according to that, you have option to create a template of contract like that. Also set the numbering, about e-document later in a second. And according to what you can see here you can paste your normal contract you already have, but according to those variables, you can decide where system should put the data from student profile, student profile, parent profile, or details about the group to the contract itself. So directly dedicated to the one person, right? So you're creating a template, and then system will create agreement for every student assigned to the group, or if you don't want to assign the contract to the group, to the particular person. You can use variables like personal data, so the first name, last name, etc. But also you can put the price of the group, installment scheme, or schedule for the first week of lessons, so Mondays, Fridays, and the time of them. And system will put where the variables are. System will put the data from their profiles. One thing more. Here you can see the option e-document, what it is. It means that if the document is e-document, parent or other student, they can accept this agreement online also when they log in into Langlion platform on their profiles. So you don't have to print or send scans or anything like that. You simply have it all online in Langlion. How it works in a few seconds when we create a student. So here it is how documents works. I'm going back to creating groups. So a group, actually, our webinar group. I decide that in this group, I would like to have 50 classes, 45 minutes each. It could be 60, why not? We can modify that. If I choose type according to the number of hours, it means that system will calculate the duration of the course till every minute. So actually, it will always count that. I don't let me count it. How many minutes it will be? System will do it for me. But anyway, system will follow. You need to have 50 classes, 60 minutes each. And even if you make one lesson shorter or longer, for any reason, system will always let you know, okay, there's still some minutes missing or too much in the course. So take a look at it. You should repair it. All right. I chose agreement template. I chose default payment scheme. So every student assigned to our group would have to pay 1,000 euro in 10 installments, 100 each. All right. I can skip another fields. I can also fill them in, but I will just save and close. And here is our webinar group. I already have 2 students assigned to that group, but to do it, if I already have them in the system, I'm just searching for them from the list according to their last name, first name, status. So if they are not assigned to any group yet, or any other data. So I will choose Amanda and assign her to our webinar group too. You can also switch on option for reservation and awaiting places in a group. So it means that until students pay you something or sign a contract, they're not yet enrolled. I already enrolled Amanda. Why not? And the next step to create a schedule for the group is to generate classes. To do it, I have to go to the classes generator and click on add classes. And now I have to choose the teacher that would provide lesson, but I don't know which teacher could do that. So first I will choose the day of classes. Let's do Wednesdays at 10. Why not? And then I can check availability of teachers also with specific language qualification or specialization. And if those lessons are offline, on site, we can also check available rooms. If they're online, I will check availability first. If they're online, you can also, in Longlion, connect your Zoom, Click Meeting, GoToMeeting account or Big Blue Button, or you can set a meeting link to same for every lesson. So if it's combined, if Langline is connected with a Zoom, for example, it means that the teacher we chose could also start online lesson from their panel. I will also show you that one from their side. So you don't have to send any links, or students don't have to search any links on their emails. They just simply log in, and on the main page they have a button to join a lesson. Okay, I chose John teacher. We can also set his rate per this lesson. If everything is correct, I can click on save and close. If you have more than one times a week lesson, we have to click add classes once again. We can copy settings from the previous one, change a day. Let's do let's do Friday. Today is Friday, so why not? Just in case, we should check availability of teachers, because maybe on Friday John is not free to do it, so we can choose Rudolf Brun. Why not? Change his rate. We can modify it if we would like to. If everything is correct, lesson is online. I can click on Save and Close. And so we have some template how we would like to have schedule in a group. System know that we want to start from the 1st of September and have lessons on Wednesdays and Fridays. Now, if I click on Generate Classes, system will count the end date of classes according to how many lessons we want to have in a course, and also ask us if we would like to send email to our students about a new timetable. If we click on yes, message correctly queued to be sent. All right, if I go to the lessons tab now and show you date range of this group, you would see that we have 50 planned lesson, 60 minutes each, Rudolph and John teacher, until we get 50 meetings. If you have some, for sure we all have some free days of lessons, you can also create them in a schedule on the main page. And if you do that, if you create a free days off in the schedule, system will skip those dates and won't create lessons on those dates. So you will always have the correct schedule. I will stop here for a second and take a look at your chat. Do you have any questions? Should I help you somehow? Is it how you plan classes, plan groups? Let me know if it's like it should be. I can't present and follow the chat, so I have to stop sharing for a second. But if you have any questions, um, mm, oh, I'm by myself. Yeah, you know your schedule, but I'm finger crossed you'll have soon some teachers if you'd like to expand your business, and it's not that easy if you have at least one teacher more to create those schedules for sure. I remember we started Long Lion about 9 years ago, and I remember that when I first, in the first few years, I was talking with the schools, and they were like, "Yeah, we're checking with the calendar, with the paper calendar, and counting when the course will end, until we get 50 classes, with skipping 3 days of lessons." So yeah. Hmm. Regarding restrictions, how it is in your countries? Do you teach online, or are you allowed to teach on site too? How it is now? Let me know. I'm curious. For example, we're from Poland. Uh, Probably you can hear that. Anyway, so here schools teach on site. Yeah, you can teach in person. Mm-hmm. Distance 1.2 meters between desks. All right, same in Poland, I think. But it's so it depends so much on the country. That's why I'm asking. Hopefully, it will stay like that. But anyway, if you teach online, um, probably also are familiar with those problems with sending links, etc. So yeah. Okay, I'm going back to sharing. If you would like to interrupt me at any point, just write down in chat, and I will be back to the chat in a few seconds. Okay. So we plan a group with two teachers. We set their rates per lessons. We have students assigned to that. But what will happen if we have to cancel class? or search for a cover. It's really easy in Langlion because here you can only set a status of classes of particular lesson. So according to that, you can configure. It's predefined, of course, but you can modify it up to you. I will cancel a lesson from the 3rd of September and show you what will happen. Rudolph don't have a rate for this lesson, as this lesson has been cancelled. And also, system asks us if we want to generate classes for this group once again. Right now, the course from the first situation, course ended on 18th of February. But if we generate classes in this group again, system will let us know that the end date of the course is later, right? It's 23rd of February next year, according to always. System will always let you know the current number of classes is lower or bigger than the planned number of classes. And as we would like to have 50 in the course, system will always follow that. Also, what happened, system asks us if we want to send a message, email, but you can also send short messages via Langlion to users, so to students, about the cancellation and about the current schedule. Let's not send about the new timetable, new schedule, but let's send it about cancellation. Yeah, let's students know about that. All right. So system will always follow that. Let's take a break from planning, and I would like to show you online registration and how you can use that. Online registration means you can create different registration forms in Langlion and connect your web page or your social media actions with Langlion itself. So you'll get in one place any details about new registrations and about placement results of the placement test of your students. So I here in the registration already have some registration form. It's really easy to follow that. You just simply go tab by a tab. So I have a registration form named default one. I already assigned the placement test to it. Those tests are would be corrected automatically. You can create those tests with a single choice question, multiple choice question, open one, the only one system can't check itself, filling gaps, predefined answers. You can make a block of text for a reading, assign a YouTube video or e-learning file, so a picture or a sound or whatever, right? And when you're creating a question, you're just creating a question, answers, and choosing which one is correct. And according to that, system will follow and count the results. Going back to registration, you can choose to which languages registration is, all the settings, and create a form to it. So you can decide what kind of fields you would like to have in the registration form. The language, the first name and the last name, email address. You can choose if it's a visible box or is it a required box. I also have some consents of processing data included in it. Some notifications, and in the end, you'll get JavaScript code, HTML code, or simply link to share. I used the JavaScript code I know might sound difficult, but it is not for sure. You just simply copy that one and paste it. It's our WordPress of our page, langlion.com, and I pasted right before our meeting to show you how it can look like. So if I preview, you would see the registration form as a part of a web page, right? Let's choose. Let's register as your potential student. Let's put my first name and last name. Let's put my email. Let's do anna@langlion.com. Mm-hmm. Come. Mobile phone is not required, so I will skip it. And I have some consents also to check. And this one is required. That's why I'm choosing that one. All right. If everything is correct, I'm going next. So I will save. And the next step is a placement test I showed you before. So here, of course, is the logo of your school, not Long Lion. But here's a test. Some picture, questions, video. So we can see it, British Council. Yeah, some answers. It could be limited. It could be limited by time, but it don't have to. If it's done, I click on the Finish button, and I'm going back to return page I configure. Okay, that's the student point of view, the ones already registered. But what happened from the admin side? From the admin side, we have here a notification about one new student, and here's also a special box for it. So here's Anna too. Let's click on Show, and let's see details about her. So we have it all in one place. Anna, when she registered, to which language she registered, with which registration form. We have her email. We have her consents. We have her placement test result. Not the best. um, According to the CRM module, you can also plan a contact with your potential students. So, for example, let's call to Anna about the contract today at 10. So, according to that, you'll get a tasks list to do in a CRM, so you can easily manage the contact with all your students. When it's done, we have here Juliette Binoche, why not? Or Dan Brown, who's the fan of him, who is not. If the task is done, we're just clicking done, and it's going to the timeline of particular students. So let's see the profile of Juliette Binoche. Do we have any school from France? Am I pronouncing this correct? Let me know. And we have her timeline. So any actions connected to the particular student or potential student, or even your archive ones, the one you already create schools some time ago, you can always follow and manage the contact and know, even when someone go back to your school and want to enroll to another course, you'll have all information in one place, all the timeline and all student history in one place. All right, let's go back to Anna. Here she is, right? With the new student section. Okay, recall her about the contract. She's ready to go, right? So let's, it's done. The best thing about tasks is marking them as done. And after that, if we would like to enroll her, it's really easy. We just click and add a student, and now she is on the uh, normal, regular student list. Here she is, with other student of ours. So yeah, here she is. We can assign her to a group. Let's assign her to the webinar group we created before. She's now in the reservation until she pays something or accept the contract. We also have her payments here. You can also track the payment, so add a transaction or even issue an invoice. We can do that, of course. I will show you. Let's issue an invoice for Anna. We can add the product. Let's do it for the course from our webinar group. It's €100 as the first installment was planned. Yeah, let's do it in cash. It will be easier. And let's save and close. All right, system asks us if we want to enroll Anna according to her payment. Let's confirm it. She's now enrolled. And we have here info that she paid 100% of the first installment we planned for her. We have also invoice. I think I have Spanish invoices here on this demo. Yeah, it's factura, nombre, para pagar. But of course, it depends on the country. Here's also a logo of the school and any details we need on the invoice. We can easily send this invoice just by one click. So if I go to invoices, here is a button to send the invoice to the email address of Anna, and it's done. Invoice was sent to anna@langlion.com. Uh, I'm waiting what I have on my email address now. All right. Let's log in as teacher. I will show you the teacher panel now, but I have to stop sharing and take a look at your questions if you have any. No questions? Ladies, I'm waiting. If you have any, please write down. If not, I'm going forward. All right. Let's do, I will show you the teacher panel and student panel now. The student panel is the best, so I hope you're waiting for that. All right. Thank you, Valeria. I'm sharing back. Okay, I'm going back to Long Lion. All right. Here's John, the teacher. I will log in as John. Simply log in on. Here's a shortcut to do it. But of course, any teacher has his own login and password to Long Lion. So that's how it might look. John, the teacher, have today two lessons with Oslo 100 and with individual Eric Molson. The lesson here is a box with upcoming online lessons. So if I click on it, the Zoom will appear and start the lesson so we can do it. Oh, no, no. Not yet. But you can imagine how it works. They simply click on join and the lesson would start. So yeah, that's it. If we have those, I will check who has lesson with our webinar group today. Just give me a second. It's 8th of October and it's Rudolph. All right. So let's log in as Rudolph. and fill in detail about our webinar group. Hmm? So yeah, now I'm logging as Rudolph. So here is our webinar group, A1 Beginner, plan for today as an online meeting. We can start the online lesson right now. And we can also um, fill in any details about the lesson, what we have done on that, as a teacher, of course. Those details, like topic of the lesson, homework, pages from the course book, list of new words, are up to you. You can create as admin those fields and modify them. It's only some proposition, yeah. Some proposal. Let's fill in a topic of the lesson. Not very useful, but anyway, you can imagine. They can assign any upload any files to the lesson. They can check attendance. So if all students were present, they just simply click attendance was checked, and that's it. System will count every student as present in this lesson. But if anyone has been absent, they're just clicking absent status over someone's name. Same with the homework. You can, if you have homeworks, you can also use that. If not, it's not necessary to do that. I showed you tests previously, and I used them with the registrations as a placement test. But of course, you can create those tests in a normal course situation. So create tests that are corrected automatically. So teacher can create it, or you as admin, or any director of studies in your school, you can create those tests and share them with according to the particular lesson. As now I'm assigning that to lesson from today, or to the group as whole. Okay. What's more, if two teachers have lessons with one group, or you have a cover teacher by a teacher, it could be also useful. Here is a button, show my lessons only. So it's automatically clicked as show my lessons only. So I, as a Rudolph, I can see only my lessons. But if I unclick it, I will see also lessons provided by other teachers in groups that I have lessons with. So I can check details fill in by John teacher and follow the program of teaching and the next lesson, right? So I don't have to ask teacher what you have done, or if you have a cover, it might be a problem to know what to do with the group. But if you have the information right there, you don't have to ask or search for it. It's just in Langlion anytime you need them. What's more, they can set grades to teachers, to students, of course. They can check attendance in the date range even, and they can also communicate with the group they have lessons with. So I showed you notifications, but also from admin side, it's pretty much the same. You have an address book. Teacher have an address book, and you as an admin too. Students too. But teacher can see only those group they have lessons with. So they can send a message, and this message is in Langlion. Students can get notification about new message waiting for them in Langlion. But anyway, teacher don't have access to in a classic configuration of the system. They don't have an access to email addresses and phone numbers of students. You can switch it on, but it's up to you. We don't do that in a default system configuration, but you can, of course. We have e-learning, surveys, e-library. If you have a library and want to manage it, you can also do it. But they have, as teachers, they have also info about their settlements. We assign the teacher rate per hour, and they can see it from their site too. So they can print the settlement and take a look if everything is correct. If there would be any cancellation, of course, they will also see it here. All right, that was the teacher panel. Now let's take a look at student panel. As I mentioned, I think it's the best one, and that is what can make you be a bit ahead of your competition. I will log in as Anna, that we registered before online. Here are terms of the service, some welcoming pages according to the first login into the account, some welcome page, enter your email and leave your phone number, and review your consents of processing data, and done. All right, so we're here. This panel, student panel, is also available as an app for Android and iOS devices. So your students and parents can also log in on their mobile devices, and it looks the same. It's smaller, of course, but it has all the functionalities there. All right, so what's waiting for Anna after logging in? First, uh, boxes with today class and the next class. We have info about, yeah, attendance was checked, homework was checked, lesson is filled in. It's also online. We can join the online lesson, right? As I showed you from the admin side, I'm just clicking join, and that's it. I'm in a room. But we can take a look. What teacher fill in? Here's the topic of the lesson. Some test assigned. No files attached. But yeah, we have all the details about the lesson. And most importantly, I think, we have, as a student or parent, because it looks the same, we have info lesson by lesson about our course. So all the details, when we have lessons, what time, what the duration is, if the classes was cancelled or not, if the teacher fill in details about that, lesson by lesson, and we can follow the material teacher share with us. We can take a look at the summary, when the course starts, when it will end, how many lessons are complete, how many cancelled, how many still left, and with which teachers are planned those lessons. So I can too download any files shared with me. I can send a message to my group, to my teachers, to the admin. I can check my attendance summary. I was absent actually, so my percent result is 0. What a pity. Uh, um, I can check my grades, my marks. I showed you also before e-documents and how it works. Here it is, waiting for students to log in and sign it. It's not signed yet, so if I click on sign, the format is not perfect, it's demo. But you can see that system fill in those variables I mentioned. So we have numbering of this agreement, when it was prepared, first name and the last name of student, and any data. It was empty, that's why it's empty too on the document. When the start date of the group is, what is the timetable and schedule for that group, what is the pricing for it and dates of those installments to pay. So anything we need in a contract. Here's a button to sign, and if I click on it, I declare that I have read and accept the terms of the agreement. And it's done. It's signed by a student. We can, from the admin side, I'm going back, we can also see it that it was signed by a user online. We can't take it back, right? Because it was signed online. Student also get the copy of this document by an email address after signing it. Right, what's more, that could be useful too. In the payment section, go on. In the payment section, we have also info about all the installments to pay, if it's outdated, if it's paid, in how many days we should pay as student, of course. All the settlements in one place in every group, even if student is assigned to few groups, it's also okay, and it will be everything here. If any invoices are issued, we can also download it from here as a student. And if you would like to use online payments too, you can integrate, as I showed you, integration with Zoom. You can also integrate PayPal, for example, with your account in LangLion. And according to that, students simply can click pay online, buy a PayPal, choose the amount to pay. For example, we can choose 3 of them and pay online. And the next step would be the PayPal page to do it. I will not pay on the demo version, so I'm going back. Hope you understand. Okay, so that's how it can look like from the student's point of view. And as I mentioned, it's the same from the app. Okay. Do you have any questions? Please write down on the chat, and we close to the 1 hour of this meeting, so I will give you a teaser of 2 more things. First one is editors lists. So if someone is late with the payment, you can simply notify them from the editors list. So here are predefined filters with the numbers of days late more than 1. It means we have only those that are late. And here's a list of all students that are late. We can extend it, right? So we can see all the installments late. Here's also Anna with her payment due date to 1st of October. So according to that, really easy, you can just check them all and send them an email. And the same as it was with the documents and agreements, right? You can also use variables with this message. So you can, send them an email about overdue payments. First name, last name would be filled in by a system. Installments list. So if there is more than one, it will be a list of that. And total amount to pay according to this list. You can decide if you want to send that to, if student is not an adult, is underage, you can send this message to student or a student parent or both. So done. We can send it like it is and to 12 users and notify them about the payment, about the overdue payment. But if you can, it's details list, but you can also use that differently. You can modify the filter. And for example, you would like to send a message only to those students that have due date of the payment next week, for example. Oh, I don't have any of them. Oh, next 2 weeks. Here's also a John, for example, because the payment is until 20th, Jon Snow, of October. And we can send a message, same as it was, but we can modify the message here. So it's not the information about overdue payments, but yeah, please pay on time message. And you can also send it from this list. Another teaser, you have also reports list. And according to reports, we have about 30 different reports, 31. And system will count for you, for example, profitability of groups, just like it is with estimated income and your margin in percentage and in amount. You can filter it by dates, or other reports, maybe teacher wages in group, so you can, yeah, check their wages and the groups you run with the summary. But you can also filter their wages in particular months, so you will know how much money you have to make a reservation about what amount of money for their salaries. You can also, if we're here, you have also information about that here. So if we choose, if I'm going back to on teachers list and going back to classes tab, I have also info about any lessons in particular date range, and we can print the settlement in PDF. So it's like that. Details about particular date range with statuses if there is any, duration of lesson dates, and a summary of it. All right, we're close to 1 hour, so I'm waiting for your questions. If you have any, please let me know. I'm here to 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 answer them. But of course, if it was nice, if it's how you work, or if even if not, and you would like to yeah, talk with me about that, I will give you a button to start the trial version. You can see it now. If you have any question or you would like to meet me and discuss how we can manage your situation, your school, you can also request a live demo dedicated, so we'll meet two of us or with your team and discuss how we can help you. I encourage you to start the trial version. It's for 14 days for free. So with all the modules active, also integrations with PayPal and Zoom, so you can even try to provide online lessons thanks to Lang Lion. If you need anything, just write me down. If you have any questions, if I can help you somehow, I encourage you to also, as I mentioned, to follow our blog, to to get an inspiration. Thank you very much for today. I'm Anna Ćwiklińska, Anna@langlion.com if you need anything. Thank you very much. Yolanda, I follow the blogs, really interesting. Thank you very much, Yolanda. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. If you need anything, you know where to find me. I hope that. Thank you very much, and have a good Friday and weekend. Bye bye.